Hello and welcome to this demonstration of the use of SQL Ledger for the management of a hotel business operation. SQL Ledger is a web-based double-entry accounting system. To continue, we must first log into the software where we enter the name and then we click login. The interface of the software looks like this. And in this demonstration, we shall be looking at how to profile a customer. That's when a customer comes in, or a guest comes into the hotel. We enter his detail and we finally book him and receive payment and see how that can be handled by the SQL Ledger. So to start, we are going to profile a customer. We first go to customers here and click on add customer. This form will come out, and here we have to give a unique identification number for the guest. To do that, the software has been programmed. Once you go down, you see new number here, and you see a number has been allocated. This is the number, cannot be duplicated for this customer. It is there. So we now go ahead and enter other details. I will enter this one as Danjuma, and the last name as Fajok. I will enter the name, the title here as Chief. The next one is I'll put Trader, and his address is number 123 Tafa Belewa Street. The city is Abuja, and the state is FCT, and the postal code is +123, and the country is Nigeria. There are other information that we can also fill into this software, but we will leave them for now. We go down here, and because this guest is going to be liable to pay VAT and also service charges, and whatever we charge him will be inclusive of these taxes and service charges. So we go ahead and select the account. It's an individual, and we can select where the default payment should be. We want it to be at the front office. We also want to choose this account here for prepayment. Having done that, I think this is enough that we have captured for this customer. The other fields can be left on their own. We use them later. We click on save. Having saved the guest now, we are now in a position to go ahead and bill the guest. So we go to accounts receivable and sales invoice. Here we need to type the name of that guest. Let's start with Fajok. Once you click on Fajok and we press the enter key, all his details will be filled up. In this department, we are going to select our department, which is the front office, and we are going to select also the date he logged in. We will not use that date. We say he logged in. He came to the hotel on the 1st of February. Here we put a description to say his accommodation as a description, and then we select here the type of service that we are going to give to him. Here we know that it is what? The room. So we are going to update, and we can see plenty. Let's take executive room 102 here, and once we take that, we can click on continue or enter as the case may be. Here you now select the date, the days that the customer is going to be logging in. We put in the 3 days. It's logging in for 3 days. Once we click on update, the software will calculate the total of that for us. So in this first scenario, let's assume that the customer is paying the money immediately. We come down here. We don't need to go anywhere. We click on the date. On source here, we can say cash. He gave us cash. This one here will say payment for accommodation. And here we can then put in the amount that is going to pay, which is 24,000, and the default account that we collect it is the main cash. So once we update now, you will see that its account will be 0. You can see here. So once we post this transaction, that amount will have been collected. So let's post it and see. Good. Now as we posted it, let's see the effects on the trial balance by going to financial reports. Now we take the trial balance and click on continue. You can see that the accounts receivable is nil and the main cash is having 24,000. All these taxes have been deducted. We are earning just 20,000 naira. That is what we earn. So let's assume that this customer, before he leaves, he went to the bar. He went to the bar and he took some food there, and we can get all this information here. Let's see the details of this. We can see the restaurant. Once you click on it, you will see African dishes. Let's assume he took semovita with fish. The prices are there, and when we click on main group again, the thing we give up, go back to the default. We click on restaurants again. Let's now this time let's say he wants to take drinks and he's going to take some fruit. Once we click on that, let's say he takes the Chi exotic. The price is there and this is the amount, but this one here he needs to pay also immediately, so he's going to pay. So once the amount is calculated like this, we can either come down here and put the payment, which is 4,000 is cash, and this one here we need to change it to restaurant so that it will show where the amount is being going to be collected. Once we update, we should be able to see that his account turns to 0. Let's see the print preview. You can see if we have a printer, a POS printer, this is how the print is going to look like. But since we are not printing that, we can now post. And once we post, everything is looking up very well. So now let's now look at the financial reports again. If you go to trial balance and click on trial balance, continue, you will see that our account is being built up gradually. You can see that the income for rooms, food and beverage and bar and lounge have been populated appropriately. Let's look at the income statement. Once we click on the income statement, this is what we see. The incomes have been populated out here. If you look at the balance sheet, we will notice that we have the cash. See the cash here. We have cash at the front office and cash at the restaurant. The account receivable, payable, VAT and service charge are being populated here. That is scenario 1. Let's assume that this time he comes, he has not paid. He will lodge in, but he will not pay. Let's go to the account receivable, sales invoice. It defaults to him because for now he's the only customer that we have in the database. So let's select the front office and we select the date that it's coming in. Let's say it's coming in on the 8th of February. Let's update. Once we update here, we can now pick the services, the rooms that he will be in, and we go ahead and update so that we'll get the list of the rooms. Let's assume that this time that he's coming to lodge in at economy. He doesn't want executive again. He's logging in at economy. Remember, once you log into the room, we take the room number. See the room number here. We can put it here. This is to enable us to quickly and easily find him. We can use this as the key, or we use this as the key. That is the customer number or this shipping point number as the key. Now this time he's staying for 4 days, and once you update, you click on update, you will see that it's being populated automatically. The description is accommodation. So once you've seen this here, what else? Everything is moving, but it's not paying immediately. So let us say post, and once we post, let's assume the customer now comes up on the 12th, because going to lodge in for 4 days. We want to find out. He tells us that he's in room 206. We don't need to ask him for his name. We can now put this room here, and once we click on continue, we should be able to pull out his details, and the name is Danjuma here. You can use this immediately. You can. This is the key here. Is here. I can copy this key here to enable me go ahead and receive his payments. Now we can go to cash here and say receipt, and you can see that this has populated immediately here. And because he's the only customer, if he was not the only customer, if there were many of them, we would have used that key here, and that will pull out his details. First and foremost, if you select the wrong account here, the details here will go away. You see, I've selected corporate, account receivable corporate, and the thing has gone away. Let's select individual, it has come back. Let's select another one, government, it will also go away, because there's nobody with that name, that number owing. If you put it this way, it will now come out. So having come out, you are now going to select pay. You select that checkbox, and once you select the checkbox, he came on the 8th, 9, 10, 11, so he's checking out on the 12th. And once we update, where is his money going to, we should go to the front office, because it's going to check out at the front office. And once you select all this, you just put a small comment here. You say cash received from Mr. Pajok, and everything is looking okay for you to receive his payment. You now click on post, and once that has been posted, you can see, if you look at the account now, you will see that the trial balance will populate. Is being updated automatically. You can see that the account receivable individual is nil, no ending balance. The main cash front office is having 52,000, and restaurant is having 4,000. You can see, as a matter of fact, all the accounts are being populated. You can drill down to this account to know what has transpired. By drill down, I can further drill down to this. So the software has the capability to be drilled down to any amount, to the lowest level. Let's go to the income statement. Once you click, you can see that the accounts are being built up gradually. You look at the balance sheet, it's being populated automatically. You can see how this is looking on beautifully. So with this short presentation, I believe that you are going to appreciate the ability of SQL Ledger to keep the finances of a hotel business operation. Thanks.